Hi, and welcome to LIPI Presents Real Ghost Hunting, The Reveal Show. This is it, guys. This is the season finale of The Reveal Show. This was our last episode that we filmed for Season 1. We're hoping to do a Season 2. It's looking like it's going to happen, so fingers crossed that we go out and use the camera. If you haven't seen the episode yet, you can click right above this. It kind of looks like a mic thought bubble. And you can watch the episode in full before you watch the reveal show. So, yeah, our season finale. We were at Mount Misery Road, Site 3. Tom, tell us about Mount Misery Road.
So, Mount Misery Road, pretty widely regarded by a lot of people as potentially one of the most haunted locations on Long Island. Everyone knows Mount Misery. I mean, you say that name, everyone knows where it is. They've been there. They've heard the stories, the urban legends. You know, everything from the, park your car under the overpass and the kids will push it to, some people claim there's Mary's grave there. We don't believe that, but that's one of the stories that goes out about it. To possibility that there was an old hospital there many years ago that burned down multiple times, allegedly by someone named Mary. So that's kind of where that comes from. And there's also, some people say there was a schoolhouse there once upon a time too.
Demonic rituals.
Demonic rituals over the years, yeah. That one makes a lot of sense given the site and stuff that we've found there over the years kind of substantiates that. I know it's one of our most active locations. We've had a lot of experiences there. Everything from EVPs, personal experiences, to seeing things, with photo evidence. So, I think we would all agree it's probably one of the more active spots we go to.
Yeah, and Site 3 is actually, the main road that you walk down is actually called Gwen Road. But the term Mount Misery comes from the Native Americans that back in the late 1600s, early 1700s, when they sold it to the colonialists, the white men, they told them that the land was very uneven and it was hard to grow crops and things like that. And so that's where the term Mount Misery actually came from, because it was a misery to try and just make life there. It was almost unsustainable because there's not a lot of growth in those woods in terms of like farming and things like that. You couldn't really grow there at all. So that's where the term Mount Misery came from. But yeah, for Site 3, the main road that we walk on, and it crosses through Mount Misery, which connects the other 2 points, it doesn't connect to Site 1 anymore because it's a big old northern state right in the middle. But yeah,
West Hills though, you can get through.
Through West Hills.
To West Hills.
But yeah, so it's one of my favorite places to investigate on the internet. I know way too much about that. It's my personal pet project. I'm obsessed with it. If you guys saw the documents and stuff that I had saved on my computer, you would think I was crazy probably. But it's for the love of the game. Alright, so Mount Misery Road. We filmed there we were there for a few hours. We were there for 2.5 hours almost. We used a whole bunch of different thermometers. I know obviously we talked about our past experiences that night during filming, so we're not going to go into a lot of the personal experiences again on old investigations. We're going to kind of go over what we caught here. We used a bunch of thermometers, ambient and surface temperature as usual. No hot or cold spots reported throughout the night, so nothing paranormal there. We used one digital Geiger counter, nothing paranormal there. We had a couple of different radio frequency meters, both the Zap Checker and the digital electrosmog, nothing paranormal on that. We also used we used how many EMF meters? 3 EMF meters that night, the TM760, the K2, and the EMF cell sensor. Nothing paranormal on any of those. We had motion sensors set up, no unusual movement on the camera, on it throughout the night. We had the REM pod set up, the geophone, those were quiet. The walkie-talkies were quiet, which isn't always the case at Mount Misery Road. So, we did have 5 different audio devices set up, and we do have 2 EVPs to play for you guys. The first one was caught on Mike's audio, so I'm going to play this one for you. This is a Class A1 EVP. It's a male's voice, and yeah.
Let's grab everything, round everything up.
Okay.
And we'll start bringing it that way. So, I'll grab this stuff down here.
Okay.
You want to grab, there's,
Yeah, so as you can hear, it's kind of talking in between me and Mike.
Yeah.
Me and Mike are talking about the equipment, packing up, and where we're putting stuff, and you just hear a voice that says, "Hey," just like that, real quick. So, I mean, I don't know. It's weird, and it's not uncommon there. We always tend to get EVPs of something trying to get our attention. It feels like.
Yeah.
I feel like it's whatever's there. It wants it. It wants the attention. It's trying to reach out. It's just trying to make that connection, man. It's the hardest thing of it. Yeah. So, and then we do have another EVP. This was actually on Shannon's audio. She caught a class A2 EVP of a female speaking. So I'll play this one for you guys as well.
Remember all your equipment.
I remember big
Right
equipment.
there.
And I've got batteries for you tonight. Ha ha, you cannot die on.
Yeah, so it's really low, and it's saying, "We are lost," and then there's a space, and then it says, "Shannon." So hopefully you guys can hear that. If you can't, just go back and kick the volume up a little bit and see if you can hear that. But it's a Class A2. We know what it's saying. It's just very low. It's a more of a whispery sound. So, I mean, it's crazy because in Site 3 specifically, I feel like those are the types of EVPs we get. Like, help me, hey, Mike, what is this?
Call her name, a lot of names.
Yeah, a lot of names. Shannon, they call out her name.
So it feels more intelligent than
It's very, whatever's happening there is very
It's
intelligent.
It's not
And,
residual.
and I feel, well, we'll get into how I feel after we go through this. So, those are the two EVPs we caught for the night. We have a few different cameras that we use, the IR digital, the digital camera, the full spectrum camera, and the FLIR thermal imaging. We did not capture any paranormal photos. We used the documentary camera for one of our main video cameras. We didn't capture any unusual sightings or anything like that. Personal experiences for that night, there were none. People felt like it was quiet. Nobody really had anything crazy. I know a couple of us kind of tried to walk away from the filming aspect of it to just really get in there and see if we could capture stuff. I went down the pathway at one point to the side just to see if I could stir some things up and get some personal experiences. But on a rare case, this was really quiet because normally we have some kind of activity. And not that we didn't. We usually have some kind of personal experience, I should say. But in this case, we had two EVPs and that was it. But yeah, I was going to say, I feel like at this location, it's always trying to reach out. But I feel like whatever's there, I feel like something else is holding it at bay. You know, it feels like something wants to reach out and wants to help, and then somebody else is like, no, back up, like kind of a thing. And it's really, it's weird, and it's hard to like come out and say that as a statement and not being able to like back it up. But it's just, when you've been to a place that many times, you get a real feeling and understanding for the location.
Yeah, I mean, we've been there 19, 20 times.
Something like that,
You know, we've had a lot of activity there through the years.
Okay.
Unexplainable hits on our equipment out of nowhere. And I say this because, like, one of the times it was just me and another investigator were there. We had the natural tri-field, electrosmog meter, K2 meter. We have it on video too as well. And those meters were spiking out. And I would ask, are we in danger if we go any further? Give us a sign, make these meters max out. Damn, they max out.
Yeah.
You know, it got to the point where we stopped. We didn't go any further. I'm going to respect that. And on the way out, once we start turning everything off, the only thing we had on was our walkie-talkies and the video camera. We started getting static through the walkies. So we stopped, turned everything back on, and we're like, okay, if you want us to stay, make both of these meters, which was the electrosmog meter and the K2 meter, jump up into the yellow, only the yellow. both meters jump up into the yellow. The electrosmog jumped up a little bit into the red, and I'm like, nah, I guess that's close enough. Drops down, jumps back up, stays steady in the yellow for about 15 seconds, and dies out. I can't explain that. If it was something that causes that, it would happen every time. This report, you would have some of this equipment, the zap checker, would be at max power.
Right.
It was 0 the entire night. You have the K2 meter, 0 the entire night. You have this stuff. You have the REM pod that would have been going off the entire night. None of this shit that picks that type of stuff up was going off. So I can't explain that, you know. Then the nights that we were there for a few years in a row, we hit something that we believe to be demonic.
Right. For sure.
I stand by that,
For sure.
100%. And then during those times, the EVPs that we're getting, my name was called out 13 times one night by what sounded like kids saying, Mike, help me. I can't explain that. So that's that whole factor of whatever's there, we feel is
being
kind of interfering. I think have the PSB7 clip. We asked, what do you need help with? You're calling my name. What do you need help with? It said, to die. Everyone freaks out. I'm not freaking out because maybe the only way I can help is when I'm dead. Maybe there's nothing I can do being alive.
Right.
That's the interpretation I got from it. I don't know. I mean, we have 19, 20 reports from this location throughout the years. We were able to pinpoint out when the hotspot time is to go.
Right.
And we're guaranteed to get something while we're there.
And that's not even just Site 3. That's all. That's all 3 sites.
Area, so.
That there's that correlation. It's within a certain time frame that we're able to capture stuff.
Focusing on just Site 3, being there 19 to 20 times, yes, I believe it to be haunted. I have enough evidence to go forward and show the world, hey, this is what we caught in 19 of our investigations. We're able to pinpoint the best time of the year to go during this 2 to 3 week span. And not only that, it's on a 7-year cycle. This is why we do field reports, guys. This is exactly why we do field reports. Yes, Mount Misery Road Site 3, hands down, without a doubt, is 100% haunted. You know, the hype that's up at Mount Misery, it holds it. It definitely holds it. You know, people that go there might go there and not get anything. You didn't go during the right time of year. Because there are times, don't get me wrong, out of 19 times of being there, we didn't get stuff every time we've gone 19 times. There's other time periods where we've gone where we caught nothing. But there's a 2 to 3 week window in a certain time of year where
and all that does is bolster the time of year we do go.
Right.
When you're going on those quiet times and you're not capturing anything, but you go back in what I call the Goldilocks zone and you're getting activity, it's just right, man.
Right.
It's just right. But
but yeah, I mean that's it. That's what we feel. Mount Misery definitely one of the top on Long Island, hands down. Hands down.
Yeah. All right. So what did you guys think? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you haven't yet, give this video a like, share, and subscribe. And you can also click the little notification bell to know when all of our content is uploaded to YouTube. So thank you guys again for joining us on the Real Ghost Hunting, the Reveal Show. As I said, this is our season finale of the Reveal Show, and we should be back hopefully around August, September with season 2. So
yeah, we'll be airing
tuned.
probably our we're going to be doing a Myths and Legends revamp
somewhere in
video
between there.
somewhere between that time frame to give you an idea of the locations that we investigate during the daytime. It shows you a view of the locations, and we'll talk about the history there, our personal experiences at some of these locations to give you an idea of what's to come. So
and our urban myth and legend episodes are going to be focused on where we're going to be going for season 2, and some of them will be callbacks to season 1. So.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So thank you guys again for joining us, and until next time, take care, guys.
Have a good night.